Good morning and welcome back, students. Today we will learn about the magnetic field due to a current through a circular loop. As you all have studied about the magnetic field due to current through a straight conductor in the previous class. So a circular wire is made up of a large number of very small straight wires. And each small straight section of the current carrying wire contributes to the magnetic field lines, and the direction of all these field lines is in the same direction as shown in this figure. So you can see the figure from here that the magnetic field lines are the field produced by a current carrying circular loop. The magnetic field due to circular wire carrying current is more than the magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying the same current. Now let us see an activity which to plot the magnetic field around a current carrying circular coil of a wire, which is given on page number 229 in your NCERT book. For this, take a rectangular cardboard having two holes and a thick copper wire in the form of a circular loop. Insert a circular coil through the cardboard. Join the free ends of the wire. These are the free ends of the wire in series with the battery, a key and a rheostat as shown in this figure. Sprinkle some iron filings on the cardboard. Now plug the key and tap the cardboard gently. What do we observe? That the magnetic field is produced by an electric current through the circular coil of the wire. The size of the concentric circles representing the magnetic field around it would become larger and larger as we move away from the wire. You can see from the figure itself that near the loop it is smaller, and as we move away from the wire, the size of the concentric circles are becoming larger and larger. And at the center, what do you observe? That the field lines becomes perpendicular to the plane of the coil. I again repeat the activity that if you take a cardboard, rectangular cardboard, a copper wire, thick copper wire, a battery, a key and a rheostat. Now insert this copper wire in circular copper wire or the loop into the hole, and connect the free ends to the battery, the key and the rheostat. Now sprinkle some iron filings on the cardboard, plug the key and tap the board gently. When you tap the board gently, what you will observe? That the magnetic field is produced by an electric current flowing through this wire. The size of the concentric circles representing the magnetic field around it would become larger and larger as it moves or as we move away from the wire. And when you reach the center of the wire, you will find that that the field lines becomes straight and perpendicular to the plane of the coil. Now, the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying circular loop is determined by right hand thumb rule, same as that of a straight current carrying conductor, which we have discussed in the previous class. Now the factors on which the magnetic field produced at the center of a current carrying circular wire depend. The first factor on which the strength of the magnetic field depends is the amount of current flowing through the wire. The strength of the magnetic field due to current carrying circular wire is directly proportional to the magnetic field, is directly proportional to the amount of current flowing through it. Means what? That if the amount of current flowing through the circular wire is increased, then the deflection of the needle of the magnetic compass placed inside the wire also increases. So B is directly proportional to I. Second, the radius of the circular wire. We find here that the strength of the magnetic field, you know that B represents the magnetic field. So magnetic strength of the magnetic field is inversely proportional to the radius of the circular wire. This means that if we take two circular wires of different radii through which the same amount of current is flowing, it is found that the deflection of the needle of the magnetic compass placed at the center of the circular wire of smaller radius is more than that when placed at the center of the circular wire of larger radius. So B is inversely proportional to R. Number 3, the number of turns N of the circular wire. This means B, or we can say that B is directly proportional to N. That is, the strength of magnetic field is directly proportional to the number of turns of the wire. This means if there is a circular wire having N turns, the field produced is N times as large as that produced by a single turn. Or if the number of turns of the circular wire or loop are increased, then the magnetic field at the center of the loop increases. So I repeat, what are the factors on which the magnetic field produced at the center of the current carrying circular wire depends? It is directly proportional to the amount of current flowing through the wire. More the amount of current, less the strength, more the amount of current, more the strength of the magnetic field. It is inversely proportional to the radius of the circular wire. That is, more the radius, thicker the wire, less the magnetic field, and thinner the wire, more the magnetic field. The number of turns of the circular wire. More the number of turns of the circular loop, greater is the strength of the magnetic field. Okay then, for today this much only. Thank you.